Dun, 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 dun. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum. What's up, party people? The MOB, the Mob, members only baseball. What's going on? What's happening? What's cracking? You know what's cracking. What's cracking is we've got the season 2 awards show coming up in just a few moments. I have a couple people that are joining me in the booth. I see a bunch of people in chat. I will be with you momentarily. Yogi Bar working a 12-hour day and rushing home as quickly as possible so he can be right by my side for this awards night. Yogi, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'll never miss that, ever, if I can help it.
I mean, it's one of the more fun nights of the year, I think, for me anyway.
It is. It is. Culmination.
Yep, it really is. Also hanging out with me in the booth. Looks like it's going to be the three of us tonight. Special K is in the house. Keith, how you doing, bud?
All right, everyone, get your bets on the over ready.
I mean,
you know who it is.
Because I'm going to have everybody break down everything here, right?
Right.
Exactly. Let me see. Can everybody in the chat hear all three of us well? If I need to turn somebody up, let me know because I want to make sure you guys can hear all of us. Okay, Bob. Thank you, Bob Funk. Appreciate that. I also want to let everybody know, listen, I started a new channel in the server with all of the pitchers and all of the owners in the league so we could pound out the stuff. And when I posted in Mob Orders today about how much fun we're having, well, if you know, you know. It got really fun in there today. I haven't even gone back and finished reading because I was doing the graphics, so I wasn't in there for a lot. I came back, there was like 300.
Oh, you're going to be
messages.
reading for a while.
Yeah, it's insane. So that's what I'll be doing tonight after the show. Wait, why is everybody talking about pound? What are we talking about pound? Dave likes to pound. Dave going to Pound Town.
Because you said pound it out. That's why.
Oh, pound it.
Right.
Did I say pound it out? I don't think I meant that.
Yeah,
I think
so.
I meant hash it out. Did I mean hash it out? Pound it out probably means something completely
That's more like
different. Well, you know what? Maybe they were doing that too, bro. Like I said, I wasn't in there. I don't know. I wasn't in there. Let me see who's in here in the chat. Let's see how many people we have for awards night so far. Only 23 people. Nate Hall was the first one in, followed by Crazy Canuck. James Troll in the house. The man with the best first name in the history of all creation, David Leathers, is with us. The one and only Big Daddy Rob Foraker, the Sausage King of Nebraska, is in the house. Bob Funk has subscribed for 8 months. Gunny's asking where is the over prediction. Crazy will get on that in a minute. The prediction. Dave Axis subscribed for his 10th month. Bob Funk saying what's up. Freddie Trammell subscribing for 12 months. Craven back with us. Craven, good to see you, buddy. Craven, are you supposed to be sleeping right now, bro? Clams subscribing for 12 months. Members only baseball in the house. Doug Day is here. Annie's with us. Crazy Clams, I think I already said Annie, Nate, Coach. I'm going to have this song in my head. Bro, this is the catch. I will probably never change the song. You know how a lot of leagues update their intro songs? I will probably never change this song. It's so fucking great. Clams, unfortunately, is wearing pants. Bullet's here. Bullet, what's up, buddy? Boomberry, how you doing? Gunny's in the house with a 15-stream streak. Yogi's here, subscribed for his 11th month. And let me see. Ganiani, Yogi, Dougie, Mob. Bullet says, that's the pounding thing. Crazy Bullet again. That's what you meant, Dave. Don't be afraid to be. I'll show you fucking Pound Town when you get here in June, Bullet.
Heyo.
Pain in my ass is here. I mean, you put the ball on the tee, Bullet. I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it, Bullet. All right, Gluta. Greg Gluta for 12 months. Craven, yes, I should be sleeping, but I get it, though. I'd rather be here, too, than sleeping, bro. Bullet, I lost my 92 day. Yeah, bro, I think I lost. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Oh, I'm at 97. I'm almost at 100. That means Crazy's probably at 98 or 99, though, probably, I think. And then is that everybody? I think it's everybody. We have Storm starting to roll through. Oh, that'll be fun, Rob. Let's see who's hiding with us. Is Twin Screw hiding with us? He is, Twin Screw.
What's happening?
Anybody else hiding? I think I named everybody else on this list. I did. All right, well, the 23 of us will have a good time. Prediction started. Here we go. All right, so let's see how he worded it. I'm going to get into it first because last time I misunderstood it. Plus, I think I'm going to grab my phone and bet on it because I need more points. All right, predict. Let's see what it says here.
Any
This
guests
says-
dropping in tonight?
He's saying 10:15. Oh, he's saying 10:15. What'd you say, bud?
Any guests coming by tonight?
I don't know. You know, I forgot to make the announcement that if you win an award, feel free to jump in here and we'll do a quick interview. But I forgot to announce that. Thanks for bringing that up, Yogi. All right, so it's 10:15. So he's giving me, what is that, 105 minutes? Oh, I can do 105 minutes. I'm definitely betting the under. Hold on. 1 million points on the under. Predict. And there we go. Boom. I just predicted the under. All right. Let's talk about a couple quick things. A little housekeeping here real quick. Doug says I predict Doug Day to change his batting stance during this broadcast. That's pretty fucking funny. What else? Nate, line of storms. Everybody's got storms coming through. I know. That sucks, man. Terrible. I mean, you think they could have fucking scheduled this shit around our show. What a bunch of inconsiderate fucks. I want to talk about next week. Next Monday is the official Season 3 opening show of Mondays in the Mob, so make sure you're here. We're going to be doing it on Memorial Day. That is also my oldest son, Zach's birthday. I've talked a lot about him. You guys know about Zach. And he is going to be turning 32 on Monday. And we'll probably go out to dinner or something like that, but we'll do a show after that. Unless he's working. He might be working. I don't know. Just a quick thing to let you know that for Mondays in the Mob Season 3, I'm sure we will show some breaking news here and there. That will still be a thing. We will still have the Syndicate Scoop for any inside information I need to let you guys know. Of course, we're still going to continue with story time with myself. I'm hoping on Wednesdays, or actually, hold on, I almost skipped something. Whoop. Oh, I almost fucked that up. Next week will be the Season 3 premiere of Bullet Points. For Season 3, we're hoping we will still have the Hump Day Nooner. I got to talk to Mike All, but unless his schedule's changed, I think we should be doing that as well. And, of course, what would a Monday night show be without Ray's Rant, the Diamond Massacre, next season? So just be prepared for all of that for Season 3, just like we did in Season 2. And then I also want to remind you guys real quick, coming up the first week of June. Now, it could be June 1st. It could be the Saturday at the convention. One of those 2 days is going to be opening day. It just depends on how these builds go and how quick we can get them done. But there's your week 1 schedule. Cleveland will be at Las Vegas. Milwaukee at New York Mets. The Cubs at Cards. The Orioles hosting the Pirates, and then, of course, in Fenway Park, the Yankees and the Red Sox. Week 1 is rivalry week. Week 10 also rivalry week for Season 1. So before we get to awards, Yogi and Keith, Yogi, I'll start with you. Opening weekend rivalries, take your rivalry out of it. Which one's most compelling for you personally?
For storyline, I'd say the Yankees in Boston because half the Red Sox are ex-Yankees now.
Oh, that's a good
But
point.
for pure hatred, I got to go Chicago, St. Louis.
Chicago, St. Louis. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Fuck the Cards, fuck the Cubs. That
Yeah, all that shit. I've heard. And Winkler saying "eat shit Brewers" in the chat. He redeemed 1,000 points just so it would highlight so I could read that. You're welcome, Wink. Keith, taking your rivalry out of it, what do you think? What's the most compelling rivalry of week 1?
Yeah, I mean, for the same reason, I'm going to go Brewers at Mets, as exemplified by Wink saying "eat shit Brewers" in the chat. And we know Yogi's propensity to say "eat shit Wink" on occasion. So, there's not much of a better rivalry in this league as of now, especially given how the teams did last season.
I think the nicest rivalry, unfortunately, is going to be the Pirates and the Orioles, even though the fun part of that is that me and Lisa left, right? And then we're playing, our rival is our old team. But Benji's too nice. Art's nice. Wigmore's in Ireland right now, so he's not around that much. Who else is over there? Who else is in Baltimore besides Eagle? Who else did they get?
Wigmore.
Oh, is
No,
Zomelia?
Wigmore's
Yeah,
over there.
well, that's Jack Wigmore. Yeah, Zomelia. Dude, they're like a whole bunch of fucking nice guys over there. They won't even talk shit probably this season, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking shit to nobody, to a like
That's
a brick
the
wall.
guys you got to watch though in baseball.
The quiet ones.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Yeah.
It's like the Marvin Harrisons of baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what people are saying in here. So Leather says Cards Cubs playoff rematch. Yep. When is the new segment? Which cruises bullet on? Says Gunny. Heyo. It's followed by the twin screw asking me how many times I'm on fucking vacation this year. Probably. Bullet says Brewers Mets going to be a banger. Crazy Canucks says St. Louis versus everyone. You're all our rivals, you pieces of shit.
Facts.
Leathers, I'll be interested to see how many Red Sox Yankee mob rivalries get started in week. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of shit. I mean, they talk the most shit in the offseason so far, I think. Oh, hello, Winkler. That's kind of funny in a way. He said, Zomelia, you mean Zosmelia. Hello. Thanks for bringing us down a notch, Wink. Let me see here. FU calf looks like Klingon. What? What is that?
Fuck off.
Yeah,
fuck
go,
off.
go. Yeah,
Okay,
fuck off. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can't say fuck off to Art. I know, right, Coach? It's kind of
No.
telling Benji
No.
to go fuck himself almost seems like a sin. It's like something that should not happen. Bullet, of course, says he's going on a cruise in August. I'm going. You're going on vacation in June, though. There you go. And Yogi says not to Art. Yeah, Art and Benji. I don't know if I could tell either one of them to go fuck themselves.
No.
I don't think so. Unless Benji hits a fucking bottom of the ninth game-winning home run against Pittsburgh, then I probably will tell him that.
Oh, it'll come out then.
Yeah. So maybe I will lose my shit then. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, there's your week one. It'll be the first week of June, like I said, either June 1st or that Saturday, which is the 6th. That's my birthday. So there you go. All right. Let's move on to some awards. Let me make sure I don't have anything clicked on here before I open this up. Don't want to fuck anything up on this. Oh.
Be prepared for long answers from me tonight because normally I have short ones because I bet under, I bet over.
Oh, fuck. All right. In 9 seconds or less, Yogi, tell me what. All right, we have 10 categories. Let me just ask you this before we even get started. Keith, I'll go to you first. Which category do you think is the most intriguing or the one you're looking forward to finding out the winner of the most?
I mean, the number one for me right off the bat is best defensive infielder, just because there's so many different people to choose from. And of course, the issue with an award like that, and the same goes for the best defensive outfielder, is just that we didn't have defensive stats in season 2.
Right.
I mean, so there's only so much that you can go off of. And so there's probably a million different ways that you can look at it and reasons you can give for specific players that it's so hard to point to anyone as a favorite for it.
Gunny says he forgot it was my birthday. It's not just mine that weekend. It's me, it's Wink, it's Nate, and it's Bullet. All four of us. Yeah, all four of us. Yogi, which award are you looking most forward to or do you think is the most intriguing tonight?
The one that's been, not really baffling me, but just gets me scratching my head sometimes is the pitching awards because the top 4 are so tight.
Yeah.
With Greg and his great stuff. Nate winning the World Series.
Yep.
Chris Lee, Gunny, and Ducati.
Yeah.
They all pull votes from each other. So every time something's up for a vote for a pitcher, it's a lot closer than I thought it would be.
So let me say something. The award that had the most nominees, and let me count them. This award had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 different people got a vote for best defensive infielder, Keith.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how messed up. That's how messed up that one. The second most.
Outfield.
Hold on. Let me see.
Well,
maybe,
no,
maybe
I
not.
don't
No,
think.
maybe
I
not.
don't think outfielder because there wasn't as many of them.
Not enough. Yeah.
The second most was for MVP.
Okay.
1,
Good
2,
deal.
3,
Really?
4, 5,
Huh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different people got
Wow.
to vote for MVP.
Wow.
Now, remember, I awarded it the most valuable to their team and the league. So
Yes.
Right.
that really members. So what I think I'm going to do is
Your
I'm going to start
definition.
off the first couple awards with a couple blowouts. Things that we pretty much
There you go.
think we see coming or whatever. And
No surprises.
so I think we will start with, and I have them all out of order, so you have to bear with me here. And I got to make sure I don't hit the wrong button because I don't want to fucking prematurely
Yeah, you
you
don't
know,
do that. I thought.
But no, I'm too old for that shit. Hold on. We got analyst. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, let's do best offensive player. Let me see. Best offensive player. Okay, so the category will come up on the bottom if I do this correct, by the way. Hey, I did it right. What do you know? I didn't give it away. Best season 2 offensive player. I will tell you there were 4 nominees for this award. Keith, what are your thoughts on best season 2 offensive player in the mob?
To me, this was pretty clear that the answer in my eyes is Jack Gaines. I mean, come on now. To me, the best thing about numbers is that they don't lie, and I like that about numbers, and
Yeah.
his numbers are pretty good.
Okay.
So,
Yogi, where do you think we're going with this?
Most valuable to the league too. In my opinion,
No,
that
this one was just best offensive player.
this is just offensive player of the year. Yeah.
the MVP was for the league, right?
The
Yeah.
MVP was for the league.
Yeah,
Right.
it's, I could see the 4. I mean, I know the top 3 for sure. I got a couple I could plug in at 4. And I do believe I think I know who's going to win this. I think Jack Gaines is going to win it.
Okay. Let's see. Anybody in the chat have a thought here? Let's see. Nate says,
I think that 7 RBI game did it for
wait,
him.
Nate, are you the 3rd of June? Did I forget to mention you? My bad. So there's 5 of us that have our birthday that weekend? Holy fuck sticks. That's
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to be all
No wonder
10
we're all gonna
pounds
be
of birthday cake.
we're all gonna be fucking hammered probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right.
gonna go
Robert
great.
Robert
Not
thinks
me.
Jack Gaines is a sweep. Well, he wasn't a sweep because there was 4 people got nominated. Bullett's the 3rd. Yeah, Bullett's the 3rd. Nate, I guess, is the 4th, and I think Wink is also the 4th or the 5th, and I'm the 6th. I mean, and then who am I missing?
Bullet. Did you do
and
Bullet?
then Bullet. Oh no, Bullet says it. Bullet's the 3rd. It's Bullet, Nate, me, Wink. Who am I forgetting? Or did I mention Nate before? Oh, he says I did mention him. Okay, so there's 4 of us, and I think we're 3, 4, 5, 6. Wink, when's your birthday again? See what Wink says. All right. Well, with no further ado, let's find out who your mob season 2 best offensive player of the season is. It is Jack Gaines. It was pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah.
This one, I believe, had the most, or one of the, definitely in the top 4 most votes. So out of the 32, I will tell you he got 25 votes. That is fucking massive. Second place with 5 is Bullet. David Leathers got 1. Mike Churchill got 1. So 32. That was your 32 votes. So 25, 5, 1 and 1. So real quick, we don't even spend a lot of time on this, but I'm assuming you guys are both going to say that the peeps got this one right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see here. There's 4, so 2 people voted for themselves. No, I don't think so. That doesn't mean. Wait, who's doing? I'll tell you what. After today, I don't want to do any more fucking math. So whoever said that, no, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because there's 7 votes that weren't for Jack Gaines. So I think people could have voted for each other. Anyway, Jack Gaines, I think pretty much we're all in agreement. He led in almost all categories, and then if he didn't lead, he was 2nd or 3rd and everything. So he was right up there. So congratulations, Jack Gaines. You are the season 2 best offensive player in the mob.
Like I said, I think the 7 RBI game put him over the top.
I mean, it didn't hurt.
No,
okay.
It certainly didn't hurt. And let's talk about something that's similar in a way, but not really. If I can find the right thing here. Let's go with this. Best pitcher in season 2.
Here we go.
Yogi, I'll let you go first. Do you think this was a runaway vote? And if you do, who do you think ran away with it?
Ducati, because he led in so many categories and wins to begin with. He was just dominant. ERA, other than his walks, he was unbelievable.
Oh, Keith is
yeah. I know it's a homer pick, but I got to go with it.
No, that's okay. Keith clarifying in the chat, it was a 7 RBI, or it was an 8 RBI week, not a game. So same thing.
Yeah, week.
Same series or whatever.
That's what I meant.
Keith, do you think this was a runaway vote? And if so, who do you think ran away with it?
I mean, I was surprised by the All-Star vote.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, yes, I think people know that. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if it's someone else. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a whole, like I said, there's a million different reasons you can come up with for many different people. But yeah, in my eyes, I think Ducati was the best pitcher.
Now remember, also similar to best offensive player. This is not MVP. We have an most valuable player. We have a most valuable pitcher. This is not not most valuable pitcher to your team and league. This is the best pitcher in the league, period, is this award.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, with no further ado, let's find out who the Mob best pitcher of season 2 is. It is Ducati Panigale. Yep. Ducati had, now here's where I get in. So some of these I did all hash marks. And so on some of them I did groups of 5 and the others I forgot. So it's just a bunch of fucking dashes. If I had to count, I think he's about 20 or so. Soto finished second. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like 7. And then Gunny, Chris, and Nate all had 1 vote. So whatever that adds up to, 7, that's 30. So Ducati must have had 22. 22 and 7, 29, 30, 31, 32. So do you think, let me ask you this, rather than asking you if you think Ducati deserved it, which I think he did, are you surprised that Gunny, Chris, and Nate only got 1 vote apiece? Yogi?
Yeah, because, like he said, the All-Star vote, we were sitting 16-5, and nobody was talking about Panigale, and that's who had carried us 16-5. We just stayed quiet about it and let him keep doing his thing. I think that had a bearing on him, but I surely expected those other pitchers to get 2 or 3 or 4 votes.
Yeah, so I think it comes out 22 for Ducati, Keith, 7 for Soto, 1 for Gunny, 1 for Chris, 1 for Nate. I think to be honest with you, I think the biggest discrepancy there is Nate only getting 1. What do you think?
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I think Nate. Granted, I think part of that would have been his postseason run, given that he was the World Series winning pitcher, which, of course, as we know, pitching is such a huge part of baseball that you have to give him a lot of credit for that.
Correct.
So yeah, I'm definitely with you that I'm surprised that Nate got 1 vote, but that group of 5 guys that all got votes, that specific group, that does not surprise me. That group of 5.
Yeah, that's the 5. Let me see here. Nate Hall said
and
Ducati.
Nate started slow too.
Say again.
Nate started slow this season too. That may have hurt him in this voting.
Yeah, he definitely came on stronger later on.
Yeah.
Looks Gunny and Nate saying they did not vote for the same player in any 2 categories. That's interesting. All right, well, 2 awards down. Ducati Panigale winning the award for best season 2 pitcher in the Mob. All right, let's see. Where do we want to go next? Let's go to... Oh, I got one. Let's do this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go to best season 2 analyst. So just to recap for everybody, just in case you didn't know, the 10 categories: best offensive player, best defensive infielder, best defensive outfielder, best catcher, best pitcher, MVP player, MVP pitcher, top manager / owner, best play-by-play, and best analyst. Keith, what are your thoughts here on best season 2 analyst? And just for the record, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. I'm 7. Well, hold on. Fuck, I fucked that up. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5 people got
Good
votes.
representation.
Five people got
representation.
votes because here's something was interesting. So some people mix up their votes between broadcast and
Right.
analyst. So if I
Right.
think you mix that up with somebody that is 90% of a broadcaster and you accidentally put on my analyst, I just move their
Right.
vote over.
You have to.
So eight different people got the votes, but I had to move 3 of those people's votes over to broadcasters. So analysts technically received 5 different people voting. So Keith, your thoughts here, best analyst of season 2.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought that I had when trying to decide between best play-by-play and best analyst is that there's no right answer for either of them. I think most of us would probably agree with that.
Yep.
But I'm trying to remember what I said now because that was seemed like it was a while ago when I filled that out. It was a long week last week, but I think if I recall, my best analyst pick that I went to was probably Yogi. I think just because of wealth of baseball knowledge, the amount of games that he gave his time to call, and the clarity of some of his explanations whenever there was stuff going on.
Yep. Yogi, your thoughts here on best analyst for season 2?
Clamsy. She was awesome all year.
She is one of the vote getters for sure.
She jumped in there with both feet and just hit it. Kept going. I loved it.
Well, let's find out, everybody. Who is... nobody in here is really saying who in the chat. How many people do we have in the chat? 30. Okay. Clam says, "Oh my God, who the fuck voted for me? You're nuts." Crazy says he
May have been me, Clams.
1,000,000% voted for Yogi. And Annie said, "Good call, Kurt." All right. Best season 2 analyst in the mob here is it is Yogi Bar, and again, this one was not close. A lot of hash marks. I forgot. So let me tell you the other people. Clams got a couple votes. Gunny got a couple votes. Wink got a couple votes. Keith got a few votes, so that would have put him second. And then Yogi, you probably had probably 18 to 20 votes somewhere in there. So it was another runaway. Analyst of the year, Yogi. Would you like to say a few words?
Gee shucks. I do it for the people. I do it for the fun of the league. Don't do it for awards, but thank you.
All good. No, and you know what? Listen, I will tell you what. I voted for Yogi. I think Yogi was the most deserving this year for sure. He did the most games. He subbed in the most when needed. He even did a bunch of play-by-play and everything, Keith. So, all due respect to you and Gunny and Wink and everybody in Clams, I think that Yogi was the most deserving.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I do not care at all that I did not win this award, and I think 100% think that the right person won it.
I completely agree. So your winner for the best analyst of season 2 here in the mob is none other than our very own Yogi Bar. All right, let's move back to the field on this. I'm being very careful and very methodic about what buttons I push. I do not want to give any.
See that?
Away. I am like quadruple checking shit, bro. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Long rows of tally marks.
Hey, let's go behind the plate. Yogi.
There we go.
Best season 2
spicy
catcher.
One.
Yep, you're a catcher.
Yeah.
Tell me what your thoughts are here on the best catchers in the mob for season 2.
It's got to, in my personal opinion, it's got to be a 2-man race between Funk and Leathers.
Okay.
And I don't. If we're just going defense or just best catcher.
It says best catcher. So, I'm sorry. It said best overall catcher. So that means offense and defense.
Everything. And
right.
in that aspect, I got to give the nod to Leathers just because of his clutch dang hitting. He has a knack for it. He's the captain.
Yeah. In the chat, Clam says Leathers. Canuck says Leathers. I think they're the only two that said that. Keith, you think it's a 2-horse race as well?
I thought it was a 3-horse race with Funk, Yogi, and Leathers. I I don't remember exactly what, but as I recall, I think in my reasoning that I put in my ballot, I listed like 7 things that I was using to determine who I picked.
Right.
But which, I mean, shocker. Who could have
Yeah, I was
guessed
gonna
that
say,
about me? Right,
how
yeah.
surprised was Dave?
Right.
Oh, by
But
far, let me just say, if I had 11th, the winner for the longest answer on every single fucking award goes
Got
to
it.
Keith.
yeah.
11th award goes to Keith.
Yeah, why do you think it took me like 2 hours to fill out that ballot? As I was figuring stuff out. But yeah, no, I agree with Yogi. I think in totality, I think Leathers was the best catcher. Um, and of course, I mean, I'm someone that tends to be a little bit more biased towards offensive skill rather than defensive skill in a sport like baseball. But I mean, I can appreciate the defensive nature as well, which is why I included Funk in that
Right.
race. But yes, in totality, I think Leathers was the best.
Well, let me tell you. Hold on. Where the fuck is that thing? Let me tell you that 4 different catchers received votes. So, with no further ado, let's find out of those 4 catchers who had the most votes to win the Mob's best catcher of season 2. It is the man with the best first name in all the land, David Leathers.
Yep.
Here's how the voting broke down, though, you guys. And tell me, I think this is actually pretty accurate. Leathers got, I think it's 17. I just counted. I was having to count hash marks. Funk got 10. Yogi got 4. And Albert Begin got 1. So 17, 27, 31. Yeah, 32. So there you go. So 17, 10, 4, and 1. Keith, what do you think about those results? And is that about how you expected it to be between Leathers and Funk?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the numbers themselves of the voting breakdown, I think it's around what I was expecting. I think maybe I would have expected Yogi to get 10 votes rather than Funk, but like I said, I'm more biased towards offensive,
Right.
offensive skill.
I think though, I think helped Funk too, because we did this after we did all this after the All-Star game, after the home run derby, all that stuff. Where
And
people got to see more people more. I think Funk really showed his value in the home run derby, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. And granted, he showed that during the regular season. I think the issue with him is just that, I mean, his batting average was 186. That's not exactly good.
It's not great. It's not great, Funk.
No.
Gunny says Funk is outstanding. He even threw out base runners in season 1 with a knuckleballer. That's a great point.
That is true.
Now, they didn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't pertain for season 2. By the way, speaking of the season 1 things, I forgot to do them. So we'll do those probably next Monday. But go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, I mean, to Gunny's point, I mean, Funk had the highest caught stealing percentage of any of the catchers in season 2 by far.
Yeah.
He was the only one over the IRL MLB average. And so, of course, people are going to take that into account. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think Leathers is the right call.
Should we do the closest one now, or should we save that for last? The closest voting award.
That's your last one.
I mean, it probably depends which award it is.
What category? Yeah.
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 Well, it is best defensive outfielder. I told you that earlier. Didn't I tell you that earlier? I thought I said that at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the one you ought to do
So
now.
best defensive infielder had the most nominees.
Had like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Had like
Best
13 people.
defensive
Yeah.
outfielder was the closest, and it's kind of cool how it was so close and why it was so close. But we'll wait. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to let's do the one that had the most nominees. We'll go to best
There you go.
defensive infielder.
Infielder.
Hold on. Woo, there we go. Dude, I'm batting 1,000 so far. Dude, I'm batting better on these buttons than I do during the season. There you go. All right. Let me tell you this. Best defensive infielder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different nominees, and the winner received, it looks like maybe about 10.
Yeah, that's what you would figure with that many nominees.
It's the lowest amount of votes for a winner in all the voting, except for one other category. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's the third lowest. There are two other categories that had a winner being less, believe it or not. So,
Wow.
what are your thoughts here? This is a tricky one. It was talked about a lot in the dugout without having stats. Now, you could go and you could check the highlights if you wanted. You could check the award in the post game. You can go check for the web gem winners. You can check the stat sheet for errors, but that's about it, I think. So it's a little tricky. Some of it could be a little misleading, like we discussed about errors. Like, if somebody had 0 errors, but they had 10 balls hit to them all season long, how do you can't really read that because you don't know how many times the guy hit the ball. So all that being said, Yogi, where do you stand here on best season 2 defensive infielder?
There's so many great plays were made this year. So you've got to go with what your eyes saw and put together the whole season. And still, I understand why there's so many nominees. There's so many people that were worthy of it, making incredible plays. I'm kind of partial to the Derek Jeter throw, but stolen bases didn't come into it, so I had to drop you down. I went with Bumpy because I think Bumpy had no errors going into that last series against the Mets when he had 1 or 2. And I went Homer all the way.
I think this is tricky, Keith, because most balls probably get hit to short. I think the second most balls probably get hit to third, but we saw a lot of balls get hit to first base as well, and first basemen also have to catch balls from other infielders, right?
Yes.
So they have double chance to get errors. Well, I guess everybody does because they're the throwers, but Keith,
Right.
what are your thoughts here on best season 2 defensive infielder?
So this is probably the one category that I specifically remember my thought process and who I voted for. So real quick, let's see if I can run through this. So so you kind of touched on it a little bit, Dave. Errors and web gem nominations and awards that came into play. I in general feel that first base is an easier defensive position than the other three. So in a tight situation, I would give the nod to either a second baseman, third baseman, or shortstop. And among those 3 positions, there were 2 players that committed 0 errors the whole season, which was Biff Markham and Man Butcher.
Both second basemen, I think, or no?
Wow.
Correct. Yes. And among those guys, the person that had more web gem award wins and nominations was Man Butcher. So as I recall, that's who I ended up going with.
Okay.
Wow.
Gunny's saying he went Homer with Freddie, and I think Freddie and Michaela were probably the 2 best defensive first basemen overall.
Absolutely.
Just from the eye test, me remembering them making a lot of plays. I don't have a problem with that either. Biff Markham says thank you to you. Biff, good to see you, buddy. Didn't see you hop in the chat. All right, let's find out. The best season 2 defensive infielder for season 2 in the mob is ooh, baby, 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 baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Peter throwing all.
All right, here we go. So here we go. I got 10 votes.
So 8.
Ready?
8.
Annie Beaverhausen got 2. Dougie Day got 1. Blitz Krieg got 1. Michaela got 3. Rob got 2. Eagle got 2. Biff got 3. Bullet got 1. Freddie got 2. Doug Britton got 1. Bumpy Johnson got 3. And Greg Luda got 1. 13 motherfuckers getting votes for best defensive infield.
Crazy.
Oh, Twin Screw, don't act like that. You voted for me. Shut up. Anyway, yes, thank you, Gunny. I did only have 1 error, and let's be honest, shortstop gets a lot of balls. I did have a lot of highlights. I had a lot of web gems and things like that. So I know this was a tough one. I think, honestly, almost anybody that won this probably could have deserved it, but what are your thoughts here, Yogi, on Dave Dirtbag? I mean, sorry, not your thoughts on Dave Dirtbag. What are your thoughts on Dave Dirtbag winning this
You don't
award?
want me to go. Yeah, we're over if I do that. It's like go analyzing. Yeah, I touched on it before. When I was talking about it, I'm partial to the Jeter throw. I think you had a heck of a season. Just thought some of those plays those third basemen made this year were super unbelievable. All of them.
I mean,
Danny, Delaney. It was a lot of great plays.
I'm surprised Delaney didn't get any votes.
Yeah, so my mind just went straight to third base.
Yeah,
I skipped everything else.
no, I get it. I mean, y'all are lucky I didn't make the category best defensive infielder with the most stolen bases. But anyway,
Stolen bases, then you'd have
Right,
two
uh-huh.
awards. Yeah.
Keith, your thoughts? Listen, I know you voted for a second baseman. I know you gave Biff some props. The left side of the infield gets the balls, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, as I remember, I had the big old list of all the human infielders, and I just started whittling away, and it got down to the last 5 or 6, and all those people ended up getting votes tonight. And so, yeah, I mean, it's not necessary. I'm not necessarily surprised that it's all over the place. Of course, I am curious how people are enjoying their bribe money that they got from Dave.
They're enjoying the shit. They're enjoying the shit out of it, bro.
They're
right, exactly. Yeah.
Paid for.
Hey. By the way, remember what I told you guys? Don't bring those jet skis out for at least 30 days. I don't want to see.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. That's what's funding all the team's trip to Cancun in the off season, huh?
I'd love to have the numbers. I would venture to say just from watching the games. I would venture to say
Bullet, you're in here and you got some kind of speed run. I'm getting an echo, bro.
Yeah. Bullet, you're in here and you got some second baseman had probably as many attempts as shortstops this season. There was a lot of games with a lot of balls at second base.
I'm gonna have to mute Bullet. Oh, he bounced. Okay. Say that last part one more time, Yogi. I'm sorry, I was sidetracked.
I'd like to see a number of chances between shortstops and second baseman this season if we had those numbers, because from eye candy watching games, there was a lot of games with a lot of plays at second base.
So what
sometimes 3 outs in an inning.
Yeah, what my hope is that by the time we get to season 4 or 5 and we have 12 teams and we get more people, I would like to have an award for each position.
Yes,
we just didn't have enough people to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't have enough people to do that yet. So
it's the right thing to do this season.
Chris Lee says he'll keep his Lamborghini in the garage. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to my surprise, I'm just so overwhelmed right now. I would like to thank the Academy and all the voters and my beautiful, lovely wife, Lisa, and for everybody who voted for me except for Bullet Biletsky.
Are there tear marks on that tally sheet?
Yeah,
it gotta be.
It's all wet now. I used it. Hold on, I'm gonna use it to blow my nose here in a second. I can't see who got MVP now.
Hey, guess what award will be sitting at the table when we get to Knoxville?
Right.
Best defensive infielder. Yep. It's the only award that it's the only award I'm buying. Oh, Gunny says he did strong consideration for bumping Crazy Canuck. Keith says at Biff, the small amount of defensive stats that Rob tracked season 1. Oh my God, yeah, we're trying to get it. We're trying. No, you don't, Clams. No, you don't regret shit. You just go get on your jet ski and be quiet. The defensive stats we're trying to bring it back for season 3. It is just such a pain in the ass that it needs a lot of people. So if you want defensive stats and you would like to help Keith and the stats team. Did I say defense? I meant defensive. I didn't say that.
No, chip in and help. Yeah,
come and help out. If everybody just does a little bit, we could have a great statistical category carried, and then we wouldn't have to worry next season about double questioning ourselves basically. So
I am always on the lookout for anyone that would like to help out with stats or tracking stats in any capacity. So yes, if you are interested in any capacity, definitely shoot me a message and we can talk about it.
Okay, we got 5 awards down and 5 to go. Yeah, exactly, Frank. You should ask your glove that. Heyo. Ooh. All right. Let's do. You know what? We did best analyst. Let's do best play-by-play. Let's get off the field here for a minute. So we're 5 down.
Another spicy one.
We got 5 to go. Best play-by-play for season 2. What is this? You have a limited time to earn it. Are we in a hype train or something? What is this?
I think we are, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Thank you, everybody. We're in a hype train. Let me see. 1 person per team would be awesome. Oh, you mean for stats? Yeah. Fuck, I thought you were talking about for teams. I don't want fucking 30 teams, bro. Clam says she volunteered to help with things, so you might want to get back to Clams on that there, Keith. Let's talk about best season 2 play-by-play person. As Yogi gave us 100 and looks like 10 bits. That's how many votes I got. Keith, your thoughts here on best season 2 play-by-play. And let's be honest, a lot like the analysts, there's a lot of great play-by-play people in this league. And let me just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people got votes for best play-by-play. So, Keith, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was several different people that were in the running in my head for this. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I do remember who I did end up voting for just based on how entertaining their delivery of the game was, how engaging they were, how much they interacted with the other broadcasters that they were working with. And I mean, also you just can't go against the celebrity umpires. So of course I went with Crazy Canuck himself.
That's actually kind of funny. Yogi, your thoughts on best play-by-play for season 2?
Yeah, it was a tough category. There's a lot of good ones out there. It's almost like, what is your cup of tea on this one? What
Right.
play-by-play do you like? There's so many varied deliveries. I also went with Crazy Canuck because he was reliable, guaranteed. I always had fun with him.
Yeah.
And I announced with a lot of people this year, so I weighted it probably unfairly because I did so many games with Crazy. I voted for him also.
Yeah,
But
no, I get that. Let me see if anybody else joining it. Bearded Android is in the house. I see him sneaking in. Wink is in the background. Ray Bashan is back there. Let me see. Who else? Anybody else jump in? I already said Frank. Mike All's in the house. Mike All, congrats on your earlier win. And Pain in My Ass is with us as well. So glad to see everybody. We're over 30 people now, which is great. Let me say this. So I said there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different play-by-plays. So as you can imagine, the winner had about the same amount of votes as I did.
Yeah.
For my awards. So with no further ado, let's find out who the community, the mob community, feels like was the best play-by-play person of season 2 in the mob. It is Crazy Canuck. Now, it looks like he's got maybe 10 or 11. Remember, this will not add up to 32 because I had to move some people over. But I'll tell you, Soto came in second with, looks like 8 votes.
Wow.
Leathers was third with 4. And then Ray with 3. Myself and Frank with, I'm sorry, Ray with 3. Myself and Frank with 2. Chris Lee with 1. Doug Day with 1. Nate Hall with 2. So Nate 2, Dougie 1, Chris 1, Axis 2, Leathers 4, Frank 2, Ray 3, Soto, what did I say, 8? And then Crazy Guy, it looks like 11. It looks like 11 hash marks. So lots of votes to go around, but 11 definitely distanced himself. Was at 4 more than Soto. So I think that's a good choice. I think either Crazy or Soto. I think those would have been the top 2 for me, though. But Yogi, what do you think? Did he get it right on this one?
I think so, but for Greg Soto, this answer I'm giving right here is going to be for extra credit. I know it's not the question I was asked.
That's right.
I want to throw a shout out to Mickey Monongahela.
Oh, and I think the problem is he just didn't do enough games.
He didn't get to do enough games,
he came
but man,
in late.
he's good.
Yeah, he started later in the season and only did those early games where we have the lowest viewership,
Yeah.
So that's probably why he wasn't.
Yeah. I know he didn't get any votes, but man, he's got some chops when it comes to calling games.
He does.
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
he does great.
So I wanted to throw that in there. I know he didn't get any votes, but more games than he will, I guarantee you. But I think they got it right. Crazy was definitely, you could depend on him, no matter what. With all he went through, he was still there.
Let me see here. What say? Crazy says, "Oh man, you guys are crazy." I see what you did there.
No, you're crazy.
Congrats to Crazy in here. Congrats. Chris Lee says apparently we like play-by-play that isn't popular. I don't know what that means. Are you saying Crazy
Oh.
Canuck wasn't popular?
I mean, how can you not be popular and still win best
Yeah,
play?
that doesn't make any sense, Chris Lee. Joe Delaney said boo to something. I don't know who he was. Did you vote for me, Joe? Is that why you're booing? Pirate Mikey provides the best crayons. Yeah, he does.
He does.
Chris Lee says that isn't play-by-play. What are you talking about? It's not play-by-play. Didn't realize play-by. Crazy Canuck does a great job calling the game. I'm not sure where you're going with
He
this.
does
Chris.
play-by-play. I'm the
Yeah,
analyst.
you sound like a bitter loser
Every
right
Thursday.
now. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know where you're going.
Pick another battle.
Oh, read all the messages. Okay, then maybe just type it out and understand what I don't know what you're saying. So I won't pick on you anymore. Crazy Canuck winner. Did I ask both of you already about this or no? No.
Yeah, you did.
Did I ask
think
Keith?
you did.
Keith, did I ask you? All right. Well, if I didn't, then you don't get.
Regardless. Regardless, my answer would be about the same as I said beforehand, which is that this is a no right answer award. I 100% agree with Yogi that it just depends what kind of chops you like. I mean, of course, Soto's play-by-play of all the different characters, it provides a bit of variety, and of course, he still does a great job calling the games with with a lot of clarity and chops, and so it's not like the games themselves are struggling in that department. It just depends on how you like the delivery.
Hey, I just wanted to clarify too. I don't know if I said Ray or Ray. I meant Ray Bashan, not Ray because Ray did.
That's the 11th category. The best play-by-play sleeping.
Yeah. Or we should have done the best hybrid too because there's so many people that did both. That is
true.
That probably should have been a thing. But anyway, all that to say, the award for the best play-by-play person in Season 2 in the Mob goes to the Thursday night 420 crew. Was it celebrity umpire broadcaster Crazy Canuck? Ray said, "Fuck you, Yogi." Leathers, listen. I had a conversation with somebody like that. Somebody brought something up about the way that one person broadcasts, and it wasn't necessarily negative. It was more questioning something. And I'm not going to say who it was or anything like that. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to tell you what I told that person. I was like, listen, that's the best thing about the Mob. I let everybody do the games the way they feel they should do. If you want to be kind of monotone, or if you want to be just about baseball, or if you want to go off the fucking rails, or you want to have 14 different fucking heads in your voice in the booth with you, I think it's all fucking great. I love it all. I think it's all great. And I'll tell you what, I would hate if we had every single game broadcast the same way by different people, because then what's the fucking point? I might as well put the in-game broadcasters on. So that's how I feel about that. So fuck them right in the ear. That's what I'm saying, Crazy Canuck. All right, Crazy, good. I don't know if I did the claps already, but you know what? You get claps again. Fuck it. All right. Was that 6 down? Here's what we have left. We have 3
outfielders.
We have the 3 closest. The 3 closest races in no particular order because I just wrote down close. I don't remember how they were because I'm on the other side of the page right now. The defensive outfielders, the MVP, and the owner-manager, those are the 3 closest. So the only one left besides that is most valuable pitcher. So let's do that one. And we'll save the 3 close ones for last. So we did best pitcher already, right? Just to confirm.
Yeah, did best pitcher
Season
2.
Mm-hmm.
MV player. All right, MV pitcher. All right. So the Season 2 most valuable pitcher to their team and the league. Keith, what are your thoughts on who this is?
Well, to me, when you're thinking about most valuable pitcher in terms of for their team, you got to think about play style and the contributions of the offense. And to me, I think there was. I'm not going to say that there was a right answer, but there was one answer that definitely stood out to me here. And part of that is because his own manager admits that if this pitcher was struggling a little more, they aren't going to win as many games. And that was Yogi talking about his Brewers with the small ball style that they play. And so to me, given the fact that Ducati was, in my eyes, I mean, he was the best pitcher, and as a result, he was the most valuable pitcher to their team, given that the Brewers were below average in runs scored and were about average in hits that they had, and they still made it to, I don't know, what was the final record of the Brewers, like 18-12 or something? Made it to the
something like that. Yeah, something like that.
made it to the Robo Classic. I mean, they can't do it without Ducati.
Okay. So you heard all that, Yogi, and we know that you are a big Ducati supporter, as you should be, and you predicted him to win the best pitcher award earlier as well. Do you agree with Keith? And if you do, just say yes, and we'll move on. Because then my follow-up question is, if you don't, tell me why. But if you do, then tell me who else could be in the running in this for this award.
Yes, I agree with what he said, simply because, say we're going against wins above replacement. That would be incredible for Ducati, because not every pitcher can go in there and give up 1 and 2 runs only a game or 0. I think he is the most valuable, even if I didn't manage him. Looking across the board at the stats, it's undeniable. But I think this award here, this is extra credit for Greg Soto too, is because he likes me to stay on point.
Yeah, he's like, understand
it's
the
gonna
assignment,
bring the other,
Yogi. Understand the assignment.
It's going to bring the other 2 pitchers into it more here, I believe, because Greg's dominant pitching, once again, his pitches, his speed, his no-hitter. If you take him away from that A's team, they're nowhere near, because they didn't score a ton of runs either. When they did, it was in bunches. But he's just as valuable to that team. Didn't get as many wins.
Right.
Had a higher ERA. So I moved Ducati up. But I think the one that's going to sneak in and get a few extra votes here is going to be Nate Hall.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I will tell you that this was not a runaway, but it was a pretty healthy win. 5 pitchers got votes, and not necessarily the same 5 that got votes for best pitcher.
Cool.
So put that in your straw hat and smoke it, or whatever the fuck they say. All right. So with no further ado, or I guess I should pull up the fucking drum roll first. Your season 2 most valuable pitcher in the mob is it is Ducati again, and I don't know how many hash marks are there, but let me go the other way. So for most valuable pitcher, Gunny got 1 vote. Troll got a vote.
Nice.
Which actually makes sense, because
it does.
Without
make sense.
him, they probably don't win any games.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, because I mean, if you go back and look at the wins-loss table in the season 2 sheet, the Giants scored like by far the fewest runs and still were 500 on the season.
Gunny
scored 4, scored against. Yeah.
Gunny letting it know in the chat that he's the one who voted for Troll, by the way. And that's good to see pitcher recognizing other pitcher talent. So Gunny got a vote, Troll got a vote, Soto got 3 votes, Nate got 5 votes, and then Ducati got the rest, like 18 or whatever it is. So it was not nearly as close as I thought it would be. I thought this would be closer than best pitcher. Do you guys agree with that, or do you think best pitcher should have been closer than most valuable pitcher? I feel like this one was.
This is what I said I thought would happen. I thought it would bring them closer to Panigale in this category, especially Nate. It would elevate his votes. Right. It did.
Let me throw out some shout-outs real quick. I see a bunch of people that were hiding and stuff. So Annie's here with us, Crazy Canuck, Ray Deshawn, Dave Axis, Wink.
Ray's here.
Yep, Biff Markham, Bullock, Coach Craven, Deli, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Doug Day, Freddie Trammell, Frank the Franchise, Wade, Gunny, Rob Foraker, James Troll, Joe Delaney, Keith, Mike All, Chris Lee, Diggs, Nate Hall, Pain in My Ass, Ray, Greg Soto, and Yogi Bar. Glad to see everybody. We're like almost at 40 fucking people, which is great to see. All right, so what is that? 7 down and 3 to go. These are the 3 closest. So I'm going to let Keith and Yogi pick. I'll let one of them vote or choose the next one, and the other will choose the second to last one, and then that'll leave whatever it is. So the last three.
You can choose the last one. You can choose the last one.
Well, I don't have a choice because I don't know. Is that really a choice, Yogi? The last three, and I will say they were all very close. The closest, like I said earlier, best defensive outfielder was the closest we had. MVP was really close, and team best was it top owner and manager, top manager owner, whatever, was really close. So Yogi, which of those three do you want us to reveal next?
You got to save MVP last.
Yeah, I don't think that needs to be said, Dave.
And,
Well, I
and
mean,
the owner manager, what was the other one?
The best defensive outfielder.
Outfielder, yeah.
Yes, I've been dying to find that one out because
Okay, so this is great.
Fantastic plays.
So this is great. Let me tell you this. Let me pull it up first. Best season 2 defensive outfielder had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nominees, and the winner won by 2 votes over somebody, and that person came in second, 1 vote ahead of 2 other people. So 4 people within 3 votes of each other. That's how close this was. It was crazy. So, ooh, that was bad. I almost hit the button. Shit. All right. So that being said, best defensive outfielder. What are your thoughts, Keith?
Oh boy, I hated having to look at this one. Honestly, I hated it because like with the infielder, A, the process took a lot longer, and B, it was really close. I mean, some notable ones right off the top of my head. Wink jumps to mind. Ray Vachon jumps to mind. You could throw me in there even, I think.
Let me throw this out too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm forgetting someone for
fine.
sure.
I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to give away who won. I will say this though, without saying the name. So somebody put and they gave an explanation, so I accepted it. And it probably should have been on the best defensive infielder, but I understood their point, and I just put it on here because it didn't really matter because it's the only vote this person got. They voted for a pitcher and said that their defense and the way they pitched created such great opportunities or less opportunities for defense or whatever, blah, blah, blah,
Nate,
that they voted for this particular pitcher as best defensive outfielder. In hindsight, it should have been best defensive infielder, obviously, but best defensive outfielder got a pitcher vote. That's one of the 7. So technically 6 outfielders received votes. Keith, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if you want to finish your thought.
Yeah, I mean, I love the out of the box thinking. I think that's creative, and I like that was accepted, and that you didn't reject it, Dave. I think that's cool.
No, I think if they had just wrote the name, I would have rejected it, but they gave an explanation, so I let it.
Right, but they gave an explanation, right? So I like that. I have no idea who that could be, honestly. There's probably a couple people right off the top of my head that that could be, but yeah, I actually don't 100% remember who I voted for, so I don't know if I could give a straight answer for who I think would be right here. Granted, I don't want to say there's not a right answer, but I mean, like with defensive infielder, there's a number of people that got votes for a reason.
Yogi, your thoughts here. Best defensive outfielder.
And we go right back to it, like the play-by-play. It's the eye candy. It's what do you like?
Yeah.
You've got outfielders that have pure speed that get to every ball. You've got outfielders that have mid-range speed that get to the ball and have to make incredible diving plays. But the other guy may have caught it standing up. It's all down to what your favorite flavor is, how you vote on this. There were some great plays in the outfield. I'm not going to say who I voted for, but I think that list of numbers you gave and subtract a pitcher, I think you've got them all in there. They've all got votes.
Yeah.
The ones that deserve it.
It's crazy. All right. Well, with no further ado, let's find out who squeaked by. And I mean squeaked by. As I'm looking at these, actually, I want to make sure is that 5 and 4.
And a pitcher is out in the field.
Wait,
so
9, 8, 17, 17 and 14. I have 33 votes on this for some reason, so I must have. Oh, I know why. Because somebody, actually, everybody had 33 votes. Somebody gave me theirs over the phone because they were too busy driving on a 14-hour drive.
Right.
So, with no further ado, let's find out who is your mob best season 2 defensive outfielder. By the smallest hair on his chinny chin, Michael Winkler beats Ray Bashan by 2 votes and Calvin Klein and Ray by 3 votes. Mike Church gains, and Gunny is the pitcher who got the vote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jack Gaines with 1, Mike Churchill with 1, Gunny with 1, and then Ray finishing second, 2 behind Wink. Calvin Klein and Ray 1 behind Ray. That's how close this was. Your thoughts, Yogi?
Wow. It's what I said. It's what kind of outfielder you like. So the majority of the people like the incredible plays. Because Winkler made a few of them that were unbelievable.
He did. And listen, I actually think I voted for Calvin Klein. I just remember a couple diving catches. I remember some defense. But, dude, this by far, Keith, for me was the hardest category. I don't know if it was the hardest one for you, but for me, between Ray, Keith, and Wink, it was almost impossible to vote.
Yes. Those are the top 4, I thought.
Yeah, this one was tough. I mean, for me, as I recall, the first outfielder that jumped to mind when I was trying to put a list together of all the outfielders to vote for, the first one was probably Wink. And for good reason, because he was rock solid all season. As I recall, he was one of 2 outfielders that won a Web Gem Award. I think I was the other,
you were
but
the
I
other
could be
one,
wrong
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, for the same reasons that you may have given for me, Dave, I could probably say the same for Wink, and you could probably say the same thing about Ray. And so it's not surprised that it's close at all. I would have expected that for both infielder and outfielder. But yeah, I mean, I do not disagree at all with Wink winning.
Yep. I don't either. Even though I didn't vote for him, I don't disagree. So, Michael Winkler, congratulations. Best season 2 defensive outfielder in the mob. All right, we only got 2 more to go. So, you guys wanted to do MVP last, right, Keith? So, you're going with top manager owner?
Yep.
Let me find it. All right. Season 2 top manager. Oh, I forgot to put owner. Whatever. Same. There's a bunch to choose from, Yogi. I would say arguably, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different managers received votes. Yep. So, and there's a lot of different things you can talk about, right? You've got, I would say that for me, I think it comes down to 3 managers for me when I was voting. It was you were the most consistent team all season long. Winkler got his team to surpass you and get the best record.
Comeback, yes.
Actually, it came down to 4. Keith took over a team that was in 3rd place in the division and took them to a division title.
Agreed.
And then, of course, Rob Forker won the whole thing. So how do you break those 4 down, and what are your thoughts on the top manager of season 2?
It's tough. I mean, you would think usually a championship goes with top manager owner of the year, but there's no guarantees. I mean, the Mets hung in there from 500 ball team club and came back and won it, took the division from us, the last game of the year. So there's a lot to be said for that. Keith did a fantastic job of taking over a team early in the season and changed them. He totally changed them. And then you got Wink, the big comeback. So there's a lot of ways you could go with this vote.
What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I think that those 4 well, I mean, I'm not going to include myself in there, but I think that the other 3 managers that were included that you guys mentioned are the 3 that came to mind for me. In my head, as I recall, when I was looking at this, there were a couple things that stood out for why I ended up voting Yogi, actually. So first of all, first-year team. So it's his first go at trying to figure this out. Of course, he'd been in the league already, but hadn't managed a team. 2, I think being the owner of the team, and I'm sure being one of the masterminds behind Ducati's player build, which, as we saw earlier, won Best Pitcher of the Year and MVP of all pitchers. And three, I mean, I just find it amazing that with that style of ball that the Brewers won 18 games. Granted, I know Ducati was a big part of that, but I mean, at some point you got to be able to hit the ball
Well,
and
and he
get runners
won.
on base.
Yeah,
And
he had that season with a different style than almost everybody else.
right, exactly. And that is very on brand for Yogi, I'll say, and he'll admit that their style of play did not have a large margin of error, but you don't win that many games without a large margin of error if you don't know what you're doing. And Yogi clearly established throughout the whole season that he knew what he was doing and made it to the Robo Classic for a reason. I know he didn't win, but he gets enough credit for doing that in combination with the other things that I give Yogi the nod here.
What are your thoughts though on Rob? First time, actually not first time manager, but first time that we've seen him in any of the leagues we've done. It's the first time he's been an owner or manager or whatever, right? And in his second season, taking the Cubs from the worst playoff team to the best, do you think that helps him or hurts him? Yogi, I'll ask you first. Does it hurt him that he barely made the playoffs but then won the whole thing, as far as this kind of award goes, or does it actually help him?
I think it hurts in the long run, but I think it's even right back out by winning the championship. So he's still right in the middle of the voting. And that's who I voted for. They won the championship from the lowest seed, so they kept our tradition alive.
Yeah. Real quick, your thoughts on Rob, Keith. Give me like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he gets a lot of credit for winning the championship, but I mean, to me, I'm a big picture kind of guy, and going 12-18 in the regular season, to me, that's too much to overlook, for me to give him the nod as a result of that.
Got it.
They were just too inconsistent across the course of the season for my taste.
Not a lot of talk about Wink having the best record in the league. Is the early exit a problem with you guys as far as Wink winning the award?
No, just eat shit, Wink. That's period. End of discussion.
Right.
Little bitch.
I mean, for me, as I recall, I had some expectations that I thought the Mets were going to be pretty good. I think if I remember, I had the A's 1 and the Mets 2
I think a
in
lot
my
of teams,
preseason predictions.
Did,
and so to me, I mean, I thought the Mets were going to be pretty good. And granted, I know that they made the big comeback at the end of the season, but they were never considered like a not great team relative to how the rest of the league was doing, as I recall. So,
Agreed.
I mean, yeah, not saying that Wink is not a good manager. Like I said, those three managers that y'all mentioned would be the three that I would include in my voting. But I mean, that to me, the expectation was there.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this.
Before you do that, let me answer Keith. He made a statement, and I want to correct that. I was not the mastermind behind the Ducati build. That was all Ducati. And when I saw it before the season, I went, oh, geez, Louise. This is either going to be great or awful.
Or terrible.
Great.
Right.
It was Sink or
great.
swim on that bad
I
boy?
was worried about it going into the season, and we got through the first series. I know we played the lowest two teams first. I was like, thank God it worked.
Well, see, here's the deal, Yogi. No one knew that before you just said it.
Right.
I know that.
Way to tell us after the vote.
I'm not going to take credit for something Ducati did.
So manager of the year award goes to Ducati Panigale.
Ducati, yeah. Change those votes.
Chris Lee in the chat says
5 minutes.
Chris Lee in chat says Mets were good because Wink managed them well. Crazy said Gunny's argument makes me reconsider my vote. Where's Gunny's argument? What did Gunny say? I mean, Winkler had to deal with Chris Lee. Oh shit. Oh, Winkler should.
But that's part of being a good manager.
Chris Lee should win automatically for putting up with Chris. Let me tell you the numbers here real quick before we go. The winner, I'm sorry. Somebody won, obviously. Second place, 3 votes behind. Third place, 3 votes behind them. This was the third closest vote of all 3. We already know Best defensive outfielder was the closest. MVP, which is the last one on the docket for tonight, was the second closest. This was the third closest. Only 3 votes between first and second, and 3 votes between second and third. So let's find out who your Season 2 Mob top manager / owner is. It is Yogi Bar.
Oh my gosh.
3 votes behind him was Rob. 3 votes behind him was Wink. 2 votes behind Wink was Keith. And 2 votes behind Keith was Soto. Those were the 5 that got votes. So, Yogi, congrats once again. Would you like to say a few words for the second time? So, you have 2 awards. Let me get this right.
Ducati.
Did Ducati win both pitchers awards?
Yeah.
Let me look at my list here.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
You won best defensive infielder and most stolen bases.
Yep. It's the combination award. What would you like to say, Yogi? I mean, 2 awards, and this one's pretty prestigious, bro.
Yeah. Oh, no question. This goes into Keith's eye. They love small ball, Keith. They love it.
Yep.
I think that's
we are all
enablers.
We are all enablers of small ball in the mob now.
And you got to experience it now.
Right, exactly.
100%. I think you're right, Keith. I think the small ball aspect, taking a risk where we know, I think we pretty much know now in this league, if you put a bunch on power, contact, and the 3 batting, the discipline, the vision, the clutch, you're going to have solid people. Yogi went against he swam upstream, right? He went against the norm, and it worked out for him. Now, I mean, he fell a little short in the very last game, off an extra, was it bottom of the 9th or bottom 10th, whatever it was.
Last 3 series, actually, yeah.
But Keith, I think, is that a testament to why maybe more people voted for him because of the way he did it?
I mean, sure, why not? That would be a factor in my eyes for sure. So yeah, I mean, I would think so. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I think that was a big deal. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, your Season 2 top manager / owner of the season is Yogi Bar, the manager owner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
And I'd like to thank your fabulous wife, Pink Lisa.
For what?
You did it, so I thought.
I'd like to thank the Academy and Lisa. Everyone wants to thank the Academy.
I thought he was about to say something like for dealing with you or something like that.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. All right, we've got 1 award left, folks.
There is a picture of Lisa in the Vatican for putting up with Dave for 30-some years.
Yeah, Saint Lisa. Hell yeah, there is. All right, so it all comes down to this. And before you guys start talking, let me tell you this: MVP. Way more voters, way more nominees than I expected. I think I told you this was the second most behind best defensive infielder.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different people got a vote for MVP. Let me get your thoughts on that before we even start talking about the people that are nominated or should be nominated. Keith, 11 people for MVP. Can you name 11 people that should be MVP in this league?
Shoot, I mean, it'd take me a minute, but I could probably get there. Yeah. I mean, that's not the number that would come to my head right away as people that I would necessarily think are worthy. Granted, I think other people, some folks set the bar pretty high. And so in my eyes, getting to that point just took a lot of effort. Granted, I mean, we've seen a couple other awards that are wide open of sorts. And I mean, shoot, we saw a pitcher be voted for best outfielder, and there was actually a valid reason for it. So I mean, hey, all bets are off in my eyes.
Yogi, what are your thoughts here on 11 different people getting at least 1 vote for MVP?
It's the varied watchers we have, people that are associated with this league. It's so many varied likes of how they like a game to be. So I'm not shocked. It's a lot of different votes for MVPs, although anybody in the league can tell you the top 3 that should be in the top 3, but
Right.
a lot of other people that were also rants. So
Right.
I'm glad for it.
Yeah. Well, there were nine different people. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No, 1, 2. Wait, did I say 9? Or I'm sorry, there were 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 of them only got 1 vote. So you can kind of see where that's going. The winner beat a tie for second place by 2 votes. So the winner had
Wow.
X amount of votes. The second place was a tie between 2 other people with the same amount of votes. And then there was, I'm sorry, no, I lied. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 7. So 4 people got more than 1 vote. Sorry, my bad. So 7 people got a vote, got a single vote. 4 got multiple votes, and it was within 2 votes, and there was a tie for second place. That's how close this was. Now that you know that, your thoughts on who it should be, Yogi?
I'm torn on this one. I'm torn between Jack Gaines and David Leathers. When I think back on the season, I just think of so many games Leathers came through in the clutch. That just always moves my needle to put my vote on him.
Keith, your thoughts? Who'd you vote for, or do you remember who you voted for?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just go ahead and call out the third person that Yogi was referring to in the conversation, which is Bullet. Like, Yogi, can you? Yeah, it's Bullet, I think. And yeah, I was definitely torn between those 3 for sure. All 3 of them. I mean, I think we had talked about this in a show a few weeks ago, who the leading candidates were, and those were the 3 that pretty much everyone agreed would probably be the 3 people that got the most votes. And I think there's a good reason for it. Now, I mean, looking at the totality of all of their contributions, in the end, I ended up giving it to David Leathers. I think there's a few reasons for that. A, his defensive prowess as a catcher. I don't think that can go unnoticed.
No.
B, I think something that not a lot of people are going to talk about is the fact that the Cubs lost one of the more prolific power hitters in the league in Blitz Krieg when he went to the A's, and they needed someone to step up because outside of Corn King and Jeff Banfield, which granted Jeff Banfield was struggling a little bit at times this season, they needed someone to step up, and Leathers was that person after he had the lowest batting average in the whole league in season 1.
Wow.
And so, I mean,
comeback player of the year?
I mean, maybe. I said it. I think I said it a few times during a couple mob shows or in the Twitch chat. It's like the rise of David Leathers will be a 30 for 30 one day or something like that. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's so hard to overlook the offensive numbers of Jack Gaines. I just think that with the way that the whole team performed, and combined with the fact that the Yankees just in general were a power hitting team the whole season, to me, it muddied the water enough to be able to get a 100% clear view of his contribution to that particular team. I think if the team performed better, it might have been a little clearer. But yeah, I mean, those 3 were definitely the 3.
Yeah.
I would not disagree with any one of them winning.
Yeah.
I think all 3 of them are deserving enough. But yeah, Leathers was my pick.
Well,
sorry for taking 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. I said 30 seconds. You thought I said 30 minutes. So
exactly.
in the chat, real quick, Clam says Yogi loves small balls. Confirmed.
Okay.
Let's see who thinks. Anybody have an opinion in the chat on MVP? Let's see. Winkler does. He says, "I'm done driving. I voted Leathers for MVP. Shouldn't be a question. Dude lifted them all season." Gunny says, "Pretty freaking cool that I've seen all my Cardinal teammates in chat tonight. That's cool." And Leather says, "That's cool stuff. Wanted to be in a 30 for 30. Well, if it's 30 for 30, the other 30 for 30 is when you ask Keith to talk for 30 seconds and he talks for 30 minutes. So there's
right.
Leathers for MVP says Crazy Canuck. Anybody else got a vote? This is the last one, so I'll let it go. We're going to go the over, so you can pay the over out.
I got Bullet as number 2.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Is it over 10 or 10-15? My bad. I forgot what it said.
10-15, I
thought it was 10-15.
We're going to go under.
I had Bullet as number 2 because number 1, they had the best record, and he carried them a lot.
Yeah, you had so if you real quick since I realize we got 15 minutes now. Put those three in order if you think those are the top three.
Leathers, Bullet, Gaines.
Leathers, then Bullet,
Yeah,
then Gaines.
I would agree.
Michaela says it's Leathers. Rob says it's the Legend. I think I agree with Keith. You guys are going to be surprised. Remember I said there were 7 that only had a single vote, and then there was a 4th person that got more than votes, and that person was only what is that 5? 2 behind the 2 people that were tied for second place. Believe it or not.
Wow.
So really, this was a 4-horse race, not a 3-horse race. So, do you like apples? Because those are some big fucking apples right there. Winkler says Leathers, then Bullet, then Nate Hall is his order. Interesting. Nate Hall getting some shout out there. Who were the singles? Gunny, I'll tell you after I tell you who the winner is. So let's find out. No further ado. The very last award here in the Mob Season 2 award show. Your vote by you, the mobsters. 33 votes from the mob community have decided this person is the most valuable player to his team and the league here in Season 2 of the Mob. And that person is... This one fucking hurts me bad. Bullet Boletsky.
There you go.
Bullet Boletsky. So here's how it broke down. Bullet... where is this one? MVP. Bullet first. David Leathers and Gaines tied, 2 votes behind. What is that? 5? Yeah, 2 votes behind. Then 2 votes behind them, Ducati Panigale.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would get something.
Yeah, and here to answer Gunny's question, here are all the single votes for MVP. Corn King got a vote. Ray got a vote. Freddie got a vote. Churchill got a vote. Nate got a vote. Travis Danger got a vote. And Greg Luda got a vote.
Wow.
So I think maybe the most valuable team was a little stressed on a couple of those. Maybe people were thinking about who they thought was the best person on their team.
Right.
But in a very close race, winning by 2 votes over 2 other people, Bullet Boletsky is the winner. Your thoughts, Yogi, on Bullet just squeaking out a victory over both Jack Gaines and David Leathers?
You know, and this just for Greg, this is answering the question. But I went into the wins against replacements with the pitchers. If you do that with the fielders, then you got to move the needle towards Bullet because they had the most wins. And he was a very integral part of that. So I have no problem with it. In fact, when we were going over this, I was like, man, I wish I could switch my vote.
Right. I mean, I don't think a vote for any 3 of those, Keith, is throwing a vote away.
No, there's no wrong answer.
I actually agree. A vote for Ducati is a good vote as well. I don't have a problem with any 4 of those.
No problem
with
that.
If Ducati had won his 3rd award.
Yeah.
Dig says collusion. Oh, dude, Bullet said mine was rigged. He says his owner's rigged. I know yours is rigged, Bullet. Fuck. Bullet, you know what? You know how much heartburn I went through today putting that fucking graphic together, bro? You don't even know. Keith, your thoughts on Bullet winning?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, those were the 3 guys that we talked about for a couple weeks now. All of them have fantastic reasons to win. Not surprised at all that it's close. That's exactly what I would have expected. And I mean, there's a reason why this award took me 20 minutes to decide between once I compiled all the stats and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, of course, you know, the Mets' best regular season record. They were probably the most consistent team offensively, consistently good, I should say. And I mean, there was one person who was leading the way for them at the plate the whole season, pretty much, and was the person that was consistently getting talked about, and that was Bullet. I mean, it was pretty clear. It was pretty clear. I mean, even by week 4 or 5, that he was having a pretty good year, and he never let up the whole season.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something that stuck out to me, is that going back through the stats, I honestly I couldn't find any big stretch where he struggled. And that is a sign of a fantastic player
I
like
think
Bullet. So yes.
I think
He hit a
Yogi.
house, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. So Yogi, let me ask. So, when we talk about in college football, someone has to have that Heisman moment. If you
Yeah.
if you translate that to the mob, and someone has to have that MVP moment, hitting the house was probably his MVP moment.
It's
Agreed?
right there.
Yeah.
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 If we
Gosh,
talk about
He hit a house.
if we talk
across
about the other
street.
two, though, can you think? I would say maybe Gaines, his quote unquote moment would have been the week where he had 8 RBIs or whatever, right? That's probably an
Right.
MVP moment. David Leathers, I think the thing with David Leathers is he was so consistent. Yogi, I'll let you answer this
Yeah.
first, and then
Yeah.
and then Keith.
Yeah.
Yes.
That I think he just has a string of moments, but not that one moment that everybody remembers.
And Bullet
Right.
had a lot of big late inning home runs
Yeah.
to tie games up and win
Yes.
games. And I have
Well,
I
I
have
think
zero
Leathers had a
problem
bunch
with
of
this.
key like
He did.
late
He
game
did.
doubles,
Oh,
the
yeah,
score
he
runners
did.
and stuff too, right?
Yes.
12 wins
Mhm.
versus 19 wins. I think that's
Right.
a deciding factor right there.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
said,
the best
I
player
would've
on
loved to
is that the
change my
best
vote.
player on the best team mentality?
And I think Gaines got rewarded with the offensive category. I think it's the way it should have been. I was hoping one of those two would win this
Yeah.
for the overall game and value to the team and their records.
Yeah, Keith, I'll give you the last word on all of that. The
We'll be here a while.
MVP moment. No, I'm going to cut him off this time. MVP moment. Bullets and Gaines versus Leathers. Maybe not quite having that particular moment. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think this was something that in hindsight some of us had talked about the All-Star Awards, was the influence of particular moments, and the impact and the legacy that those moments can leave. It has an effect. As much as someone like myself that tends to look at things big picture doesn't want to admit that. I mean, of course, that's what happens. That's what happens in real life.
It's reality.
That's what people. Yeah, right. That's just what happens, and I'm not going to complain about it, because those moments are memorable for a reason. And I still need to drive the freaking 15 minutes away to the actual location where Bullet hit this homer and take a picture of it.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be great.
I know exactly where it is. I just haven't done it yet.
We gotta have that.
I've said I would do it. I just gotta freaking go out and actually do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last award for the evening. Your most valuable player here in the mob for season 2, none other than Bullet Beletsky. And yes, I did just throw up in my mouth. Let me recap real quick everybody's wins tonight. Best offensive player went to Jack Gaines in a landslide. Best defensive infielder went to Dave Dirtbag with the most nominees in a category. Best defensive outfielder, Wink squeaks it out by 2 votes over Ray Bashan, and then 3 votes over Calvin Klein and fucking Ray in what was the second closest vote, I think, or the closest. And then best catcher, David Leathers, beats Bob Funk by about 6-7 votes. Best pitcher, Ducati, kind of ran away with it. Soto had a lot of votes, but Ducati, plenty of votes there. The MVP, like you said, right here, Bullet. Most valuable pitcher, Ducati again, kind of run away with it. Nate finishing second, Soto finishing third. Top manager, this was also very close. Yogi wins it. 3 votes behind is Rob, and 3 votes behind him was Wink. 2 votes behind Wink was Keith, and 2 votes behind Keith was Soto. So a lot of votes there. Best play-by-play, Crazy Canuck, with Soto finishing second place. And then the best analyst in a landslide was Yogi Barr. Final thoughts, Yogi, overall on all of the awards tonight.
What a great season we just had. It was fantastic. 30 games, the playoffs, the home run derby, the All-Star series, the Robo Classic. It was a fantastic season. Topped off with I think an excellent awards that were given out tonight.
Yep, I don't disagree with that. Keith, your final thoughts here as we wrap up the Mob Season 2 awards.
Oh, yeah, it was a fantastic season. A lot of great moments, a lot of great players rose to the occasion this season. It's going to be exciting to see who does that next season. We can start the speculation now, all of those kind of things. But yeah, I mean, just looking back on it, yeah, just what a fantastic season.
Yeah, I
a
didn't
lot of great
really,
action.
I didn't really realize it until Yogi started. We did a whole regular season. We did a playoffs. We did a Suckway series. We did a Robo Classic. We did a home run derby, and then we did an All-Star series. That's a loaded fucking season, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Right. I mean, when you're 80% of the way through it, I feel like sometimes it can feel like it's just dragging on and you just want it to be over. But I mean, it's times like this award show right now where we get to reflect on the season and realize, it's the old adage, what was it? You don't realize
What you have
you're in
until
the
it's
good old
gone, kind
days.
of thing, or
Right.
something.
You're right. Yeah. You don't realize you're in the good old days until it's over.
Yeah,
That kind of
yeah,
thing.
Gunny, I will give you a sentence right now. Mike All is an ass because he won all the pitcher awards. There's your sentence, buddy, for that. I want to remind everybody next Monday will be episode 1 of season 3's Mondays in the Mob. We'll be back to the regular show. Bullet points will be there. Hopefully Ray will be back. We've got what else? It's story time. We'll preview the seasons, and then if I have some time, there's 2 things I'll do. If I can remember, I meant to do the season 1 awards tonight, and I forgot to do them. We have them. There's only a couple of them because we didn't have enough players, so I think we did. I think we just did 2, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and look. I think it was MVP and best pitcher. And best manager. I think we did 3. The 3 awards is it, and I just had a small group of guys to vote real quick because it was so long ago, and a couple of them are just so obvious that it's almost pointless having you guys vote. The other thing is I had asked owners to send me who they thought was either their MVP or put it out to their team to vote. I only got 2 responses in time to do graphics and stuff, so if I get the rest of the teams to get me that information, then next week, part of the Mondays in the Mob show will be doing the season 1 awards real quick and then doing any team awards before we get into the show. So keep all of that in mind. Next Monday is also Memorial Day, so we may have a later start. The show might start at 9 because it's my son's birthday. We'll probably take him out to dinner, but I will let you guys know for sure. So I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Let's see who's here with us still. I see Annie Beaverhausen still here, Crazy Canuck, Ray Bashan, Dave Axis, Clams, Michaela, Albert Begin. Albert, did you just show up? I didn't see you the whole show. Art Vandelay, Biff Markham, Bullet, Craven, Deli, Leathers, Britton, Dougie, Freddie, Frank, Greg Luda, Gunny, the Sausage King of Nebraska, James Troll, Keith, Mike All, Pain in My Ass, Ray, Yogi Bar. We were consistently in that 30 to 40 range tonight, so I guess people like awards. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for being here. If you bet the over, you got screwed again because we got 3 minutes, and I'm not talking for 3 more minutes. So, Crazy Canuck, you can close it out as the under. We should have made it 10 o'clock. You guys would have won some money, but I knew 10:15 that would happen. Just didn't want to stir shit. Ha ha, Albert. Are you kidding me? That was fun. I told everybody. See, you just gave it away, Albert. I told everybody in the mob order today that you guys were having fun team building or some shit. Because that's what it was. Team
How's
building.
the shed doing?
It was team
How's
building.
the shed doing?
It's fine.
Don't answer
It's
that.
working good.
As a matter of fact, I don't really have anything to talk about my house until next Monday.
Don't have any. Oh, your house is all good.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't have
good, right?
any guys coming
Nothing
and
else
giving
has happened.
estimates?
Nothing else has happened.
Nothing. Home Depot hadn't
Yeah.
sent you anything.
So you guys all gonna lose money. So thank you
No
for being here.
misdelivered mail this week.
Appreciate
Nothing.
everybody being here.
I
Nice
did
try,
add
Yogi.
a sports card to the collection.
I know
this week.
you did. So we'll talk about
Yeah.
that next Monday.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate it, Yogi and Keith.
Oh, we can
thanks
talk
for being
about it
here.
tonight. You don't have to go now.
Where's your son's birthday dinner? Oh, that's fucking.
We'll keep cutting him off.
That's all right. I'm gonna go off before 10:15.
14 and a half. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it, Gunny. I don't know where we're taking them yet. I will let you know. Albert Begin said it best right now in the chat. Keith, thank you. Yogi, thank you. Everybody in the chat, thank you. That's a wrap. That's the show. Congrats to all the awards winners. Good night now.